Are you new to EMS? Are you a new EMT, a new paramedic? Have you heard about the black soul theory or the no faith in humanity joke? Here's a little insight. You don't have to subscribe to that. Truly, I wouldn't subscribe to that. If you want to become a good practitioner in pre-hospital emergency medicine, you cannot subscribe to the idea that you are going to hate the community in which you serve. Because if you do, you run the risk of unaliving yourself, of holding grudges against people that you should not hold grudges against, and becoming a poor practitioner because you are not looking subjectively at what you are doing. Our jobs are to sustain public health. Our jobs are to sustain, medical systems in general. Our job is to help ensure critical infrastructure keeps going. If you cannot sign up for that, or if you are realizing that that is a big ask, please walk away now. We have spent the last 20 years plus, honestly, fighting to be recognized as entities of anything. And across the United States, there's so many different ways that EMS is enacted. Through hospital systems, through fire departments, through their own districts, through privatized agencies. We have no one way of exempling what we do. The only way that we can show the public that we are not the redheaded stepchild of first responders, of hospital systems, of public health, of critical infrastructure, is by representing ourselves appropriately. Yes, I made a meme about having no faith in humanity. It was a joke because that's what goes on. But the reality of it is, in order to be a good practitioner, both EMT and paramedic, you have to have faith in humanity. You have to have so much faith in humanity that you are willing to risk your life to save someone else. And realistically, the poor word choice of save is what got us into this predicament in the first place. Because EMS does not save. Yes, we get people back. You know what? Fuck yeah, I love Ross. But here's the thing. Our job is to sustain. Sustain communities, sustain critical infrastructure, and to sustain human life. You are a sustainer. You are here to sustain the environment in which you work. The public views you one of two ways, negatively or positively, depending on how you represent yourself. If you want to walk around as a begrudged human and spew negativity because that is what you do and that is who you are, please leave my field. And I never want to meet you. Because we need to set the tone now. I have been in this a literal decade, and I have seen some amazing EMTs and paramedics walk away because they were taught black soul. They were exemplified by the fact that we truly started to hate our patients because that's what we were taught to do. They walked away from a field that already needs more people. You guys want to get paid more? And yet you act like actual fucking asshats. You know the reason why my previous department ended up getting cameras in their trucks? It's because they were beating their patients. That is sick. That is literally sick. Imagine calling someone when you are having a mental health crisis. Imagine calling someone when you are in a life or limb situation. Imagine calling someone for your literal fucking child and finding out that they view you as less than an ant. Your life means nothing to them, and they are going through the motions because they want a paycheck. You would not want them to treat you. You would not want them to treat your child. You would not want them in your field. And yet here we are dealing with a mass amount of people who prefer to joke about Black soul, about losing faith in humanity. The problem with that is that we in EMS, the people who work in pre-hospital emergency medicine, are the people who are supposed to be the light in the midst of chaos. And if you cannot take that traumatic situation and frame it in a way that you realize you are sustaining that person's life so they can get to higher level care, don't be here. Don't. Seriously, because you are ruining it for everyone else. You are ruining it because you don't understand the value of human life and the value of what you actually do. I'm sorry you don't get paid the way that you feel that you want to be paid. But if you knew that half of your department hated humans, do you think that they fucking deserve more than $15 an hour? If you are willing to make critical errors and not document them because you didn't like the way that a patient looked at you, you do not deserve to hold the title of EMT or paramedic. We need to create an environment, and truly all of EMS needs to create an environment in which we are growing and showing the people around us why we are important. What EMS actually does. I know this is a long rant, and if you've made it to this point, thank you. And I hope that you've taken something from this. We cannot keep going with the Black soul concept. We are the peace amongst chaos. We are the sustainers of life. We are the ones that keep death at bay if we're good and if we're lucky. But the moment you chose or choose to have a Black soul, you've already tainted it. So please, go forward today or tonight or tomorrow or whenever you work and practice being kind, even if you don't like that patient. Practice following through with high level of care, regardless of if you run this person 15 times. Use compassion always, because you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, even if you think you do. I'm glad you're here. I want you to stay. But I also want you to get help if you feel that you have lost faith in humanity and that you have a Black soul. Have a good day, guys.